welcome to JCTalks. This is your host, JC, and your co-host,
Jen.
You gotta change that. I don't like Jen.
What do you want?
Something else.
What?
It sounds wrong.
In the background, we got DJ back there.
J.A. And then a special guest that you guys probably won't see in the camera.
But we'll see in the picture.
There's going to be a picture of him, right?
Little Thunder, my little baby.
Little Thunder is over here.
Son.
Yeah, last time we felt bad. He was in the cage. He wasn't too happy.
You could kind of hear him bark.
On the video?
Can you?
No.
I was near the end.
Probably then. I couldn't hear him the whole thing, but here it is. Dude, he's passing out. He's like, I am good. All right, guys. So as always, we want to start by saying thank you so much for all the support that we're getting. We got a lot of new followers. We got a lot of likes and views in our different accounts. So please, you got a time, subscribe. We have an Instagram, Facebook, YouTube is out there. TikTok?
No.
Soon? No? Maybe?
I mean, yeah. I guess soon.
All right, soon.
These kids are still using TikTok.
You dude, it's bad.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so without further ado, let's get started with our phrase of the day. All right.
Quote of the day.
Quote of the day. Okay. Or word of the day, whatever you want to call it. For today, we got patience is key. Okay. Patience is key. Thank you. Basically, this is something that I need to learn a lot because I'm someone who is very impatient. Patient. I don't like waiting for things. I'm very bad at letting, the time go. That's why I'm not good at cooking or anything that got to deal with waiting because I get anxious. It's tough. Whenever I have to wait for something, I try to do like more than one thing just so that I don't feel the time pass by. But I think patience is very important. And I've seen throughout my life and experiences that many times by you waiting a little bit or, just letting things take their course and happen like they should, things always turn out great. So I think, patience is definitely key and many times. And to bring up the cooking again, when you're cooking a stew or you're doing something, the most important part is to let it cook. Like you get all the ingredients and everything, you throw it all together, but you're doing nothing if you don't give it enough time to cook to that boiling or whatever point that it needs to be. Again, I'm not good at cooking.
Absorb flavor too.
Exactly, absorb the flavor and whatnot. So patience is key, guys. Start to be patient throughout your life and any kind of project or things that you're doing. We've been being patient by doing our podcast and, little by little getting more subscribers and more people like you guys are watching us today. So yeah, patience is key. I waited forever to get a camera, and now this is our first video with our nice camera. So it was
July, no?
Yeah, dude, I almost lost it trying to get a camera, but it happened now. So things always come when they need to. So yeah, for today, guys, we want to start by talking about I guess one of the more recent topics and things that we barely know about from a parent point of view, but from a kid point of view, we have a lot of experience, and it's going back to school.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, it is. It is
man.
that kind of thing. So, I don't know if you guys have passed by Walmart or any of the big brands recently, but there was the whole back to school supply thing. I remember. So, basically, the flood, the main entrance and all that, with like good going back to school things. I don't know if it's in every state, but at least here in Florida, they do put. So you never heard Walmart put in the list from your nearby schools and what supplies they require for the students. I don't know how that works.
I mean, it's common supplies that they put up and a bit extra more.
Yeah, but
it's not necessarily down to the T of what you exactly need, but
yeah, but they have like the list from the school though. Like the official list.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know Walmart does.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
When I used to
Walmart.
go,
Yeah.
I think middle school. Middle school, I believe.
Yeah.
They would have our lists from the schools. I don't think they do that anymore, though.
Really? I mean, I remember.
I mean, we don't go to super centers anymore. We go to the neighborhood Walmart, bro.
Yeah, but I do remember like doing that for school, like going to Walmart, getting the little paper or whatever that said your school and then like whether you needed for that school, like the basic supplies.
I remember, yeah.
And yeah, it is a time of the year. Parents are running around buying clothes. If your kid needs uniforms, they're buying uniforms that cost hundreds of dollars. School supplies. If you pay for a charter school, charter school,
Charter school
charter,
or private school.
yeah, yeah, paying that is also
That's
fun.
a lot, bro.
Yeah, so they're paying for that. But I also saw that a lot of parents were happy because they don't gotta pay for um childcare and all that. Cause for them, school is kind of childcare
It is, yeah.
for a lot
Yeah.
of parents. I
Mhm.
didn't
It's a big help.
notice it was like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Like a lot of
bro.
parents have their kids in school all day and then they do after school and then they get picked up.
Yeah,
I did not know that worked
Yeah.
like that at all.
that's how it works.
So yeah, I got a lot of people from my circle who like are really happy.
Yeah.
Like, hey, my kids stay on that. I can save a couple hundreds of bucks by not having them.
At a babysitter at daycare.
Yeah,
so.
babysitter,
yeah.
daycare, and all that stuff. Which also those are expensive. We're gonna make an episode talking about daycare and
No,
all
they're
that.
super. I know how expensive they are
Dude.
because I have a lot of older friends that
Yeah.
have kids, and it's super expensive.
Yeah,
It's
that
crazy
sounds good.
expensive.
But continue with the whole school thing. I wanna talk about how my experience was buying
I mean,
things
you
for school.
have
I think
different insides. That's why, because you went to the one outside of here, outside of Florida. You went to
I've been in a different school in different countries, so
yeah.
I have a
That's
whole
what I'm saying. It's like it's
right.
everything's a bit different.
yes, and also I think like the whole back to school thing, it depends on your grade level. So where are you going? So I think we should do things chronologically. All right, and I want to start with like elementary school and all that. All right.
Okay.
So let's compare experience.
Okay. Starting
start.
off, I went to one. I went to 3 different elementary schools because we were
Cool.
moving around.
All right.
My first one was in Altamont.
Okay.
I think I started kindergarten there, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
I hated that teacher, bro. She got me in trouble over like the pettiest shit ever.
Okay.
It was so bad. And then my second one was Apopka Elementary School.
Okay.
I went first grade and second grade.
Gotcha.
I remember because I remember my second grade teacher there was
Mhm.
Miss Cooper.
Okay.
She was a chill teacher. I went there with my cousins too. It's a big school.
Mhm.
Like had 2 stories, big old hallways there. It was huge. And my third one, which
Mhm.
my last one, was Lakeville. Lakeville Elementary School. The one
Okay.
where my nephew goes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that school, bro.
Really?
I have such great memories. That's where I discovered the Polar Express.
Uh-huh.
And since that day, it's been my tradition to watch that
Well,
movie
now it's our tradition.
once every single year.
Jesus Christ.
Every Christmas time, bro. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Mwah. Beautiful.
So that's what elementary school was for you?
It was fun. I have a lot of great memories there. I
Okay.
feel like it's easier to get along with your classmates.
Okay, when it came to like buying school supply and all that, how it was.
It was easy too.
Okay.
'Cause
Anything you
like you
remember
said-
specifically from those days?
not really.
Okay.
It's because it was roughly the same every year.
Okay.
'Cause you get your supplies. Hectic in Walmart.
Mhm.
Super hectic because, like the most common people, we bought stuff last minute.
Mhm.
So everything would be packed. You'd have like limited amount of
Yeah, if you go
notebooks,
3 days
folders.
before, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to. Okay, I want to talk about my side because it's completely different.
Okay, good. But yeah, that's
Okay,
pretty much my experience.
they're pretty sweet and nice. Well,
It was with the cherry on top, bro.
must be nice. On my case, I went to 1, 2, 3 different elementary school in 2 different countries.
Twinsies.
Oh man, yeah, but I went to different countries, so it's kind of different.
Okay, you win.
Yeah.
Okay, you win this
Hey,
round.
you know the whole childhood game. I want to win.
I
every
know,
time.
I know, I know. Trust me.
My first elementary school, I went in for kindergarten, first, second, and third grade. It was in the Dominican Republic. The school was called, or I think it's still there, so it still is called, Minerva Mirabal. Las Hermanas Mirabal, like something like that. It was, long story short, it was these three sisters that fought for our country's independence. So that's what the school was named after. The biggest thing I remember was the school was under construction when I was going to school. So between my kindergarten year and my third year in that school, it was under construction the whole time. When I say construction, it was like we were taking class in the classroom and you see this random dude with a big ass piece of wood passing by the freaking window.
Oh my god.
No AC, no fans, hot as you can imagine, like a school in the Caribbean could be. So those first 3 years were very fun. I also walked to school for like an hour, so that was not fun either. But it was normal. Like over there, that's kind of what it is. But I do remember vividly like getting my uniform dirty and my mom getting mad at me. Like I was an expert at getting my stuff dirty.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I always, and this is gonna be a theme throughout the next years of school that I'm about to talk about when we hit middle and high school. I destroyed any shoes that I'm given, and that's real up to this point in my life. I rarely can get to use shoes. Like if I have a daily shoes, like I would destroy them immediately. And I don't know, it's just the way that how much I walk and how much I move or what is it, but I always been like a destroyer of shoes. They barely ever last. But yeah, so after that, in 2009, when I was 9 years old, I moved to Puerto Rico, where I went to my first elementary school in Puerto Rico that was called Jose Campeche. I was there for about a year. So I did the fourth grade there, pretty much. And when that was finished, then I moved to the Angel Mislan Huertas, which it was a school literally by my house. Like it was, you went down the road of my house and that was a school. So it was the most convenient thing in the world. I did fifth and sixth grade there, and the most thing I remember was buying uniform for the school, because in Puerto Rico you wear uniform the whole time. It's not like here in the U.S. Kids gets to wear whatever. Over there you have to wear uniform. So I remember going to buy uniform, and one of the biggest things I want to remember is when I was I think fifth grade or sixth grade, I got this backpack that had wheels on that my grandma got us. It was a huge square backpack with wheels on, and we hated it because no kid had that in school. I think like one other kid. I think my grandma bought it because they were cheaper. Love you, grandma. But I remember we used to hit our book bag against everything to break them.
Oh my god.
So we can get new backpacks. Ah, dude, we were horrible. No, because it's this big box that you're carrying all the way, and then since it's got wheels, and you know the sidewalks and all that always have holes and everything inside. Like at least in the city I was in, like they were horrible maintained. So the whole time you and that thing was heavy with books and things in the inside. Oh, books! Oh my god, that was horrible too in elementary school. Like carrying all the books and textbooks and stuff that you needed. But anyway, carrying the thing all the way to the house was a nightmare. And I remember that we were also messing with them, so they, they would break. And then when they end up breaking, guess what happened?
What?
She would patch them up and make us keep on going.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so the plan failed terribly. But that was pretty much a lot of elementary school without getting into too many
That's so bad.
personal. That was the first time in my life where I was on a bus also. Because when I was was at Campeche, that school took a lot of kids to the countryside of the city I was living in.
Okay.
Basically, it was one mountain or a connection of mountains. The bus would like travel across with a single road that somehow you can fit two cars in. I don't know how that worked, right?
I've seen those, yeah.
But dude, it was so fun. If you ever seen those videos of like crazy bus drivers going down of like
yeah, going
mountains,
crazy
on like India or like China or whatever.
yeah.
That's what that experience was for us, bro.
Oh my god.
Like that bus driver was like he was good at his job.
I mean, yeah,
was
because you gotta
spin.
know, yeah.
It was amazing. I loved it. But the bus stop was literally about 3 miles away from my house.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was like a main entrance because the main road had no exit to go to my house.
Okay.
It was like a lot of road, and then so the bus just leave us at the beginning, and sometimes we have somebody waiting for us to take us home, and then sometimes we just had to walk home. So yeah, it's gonna be a big topic for me walking to and from school. But yeah, that's the first time I had a bus, and then years later I will see a bus again. But middle school. So you start. How was middle school for you?
It was It was okay too.
All right.
I feel like that's when like the friends that stick to you,
Okay.
like your circle becomes smaller.
Mm-hmm.
It also depends who goes to, because I went to, because remember the schools here are different from when you went over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because here is K through 5, then it's 6
Yeah.
through 8, 9 through 12.
Gotcha.
So from my middle school years, I went to Lockhart Middle School,
All right.
and they rezoned a few people to go to Piedmont.
Ooh.
So it's like I got separated, and I was
Oh,
all
no.
alone over there in that middle school. And I'm like, oh my god, bro. But it was good. I liked it.
Okay.
It's pretty.
And
pretty
then you
chill.
remember
A
what
lot of
happened?
oh man, a lot of fights.
Really?
A lot of fights. I remember, like, oh man, I don't know how perfect this get. I was upstairs walking, right? You know how
Mhm.
they have like open halls that you
Yeah.
can go from building to building?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I was walking across it, and I looked down, and there's a fight right there. There was 3 fights going on at the same time,
What?
and it formed a triangle.
I'm dead.
I saw that. I'm like, nah.
Perfection.
I'm like, I'm good. I'm gonna just keep walking. I'm gonna mind my business. But yeah, one thing I guess I'm just now realizing there was a lot of violence in that school.
Sounds like
I
it.
just so happened I'm very quiet. I'm very shy. I'm very reserved. Very
Yeah.
to myself. So that helped out. I was a band nerd. A band nerd. I
Mm-hmm.
love band. I breathe band, bro.
Okay.
Because I know how to play. I played. That's when I first started playing clarinet there,
Mm-hmm.
and I moved on to saxophone.
Okay.
And it's beautiful, bro.
So you like that Cam Rock movie?
It's okay.
Wow. So you like High School Musical and stuff like that then?
I do, but I feel like back in the day, now it's like
Yeah.
it's cringy and
That's
stuff if you
what's up.
look back at it. Because you know, in its era, it was peak. You
Mhm.
know, television series.
Yeah.
But now it's like, it's a phase. I love jazz though.
Okay.
But yeah, pretty neutral, pretty good.
Okay. Back to me.
Back to you. This is all. I'm over here, all sunshine and rainbows. You're over here like
I survived
I-
school.
I crossed the river, climbed the mountain.
I'm that kid. No, but for me, let me see. When we got out of elementary school, for us was you graduate 6th grade, and then 7th grade is high school, middle school. Sorry. So I started middle school in 7th grade, 7 to 9. It was middle school, and the first thing is I'm walking from and to school at this point now. In the afternoon, so in the morning I was taking to school because it was in the morning, but then coming back I had to walk home basically.
Okay.
Which it wasn't a bad deal, honestly, because in the afternoon it was whatever. At this point, I'm still living in the same house that I was living at the beginning. I always gonna remember when I went to the school. It was meant to be a very tough and difficult school. And the funny thing about it is, legally and officially, this was not a thing, but we all know this was a thing. They split, so 7th graders, the way that they move over there, we move by group. So it's not by classes, but by group. So basically, 7th graders, it was 12 7th grades. 12 groups of students that were in 7th grade
Okay.
at a time. So the students move like herds from one class to another. That's how
Yeah, you explained it to me. Yeah.
Makes
Yeah,
sense
yeah,
now?
Yeah.
that's how the system work over there. So for example, you have English, math, science. Yeah, we had English too, but it's for us it's for to learn English. Different than here
Yeah.
a little bit. But basically what they would do is like let's say everybody started on a different teacher. There were 2 sets of teachers. So all the classes were in 2 sets because it was 12. The first one we have 6 and the second group had 5 of all the groups. And then for example, my experience, I used to start on science. So science was my home class. How you guys call it here?
Homeroom.
Homeroom, thank you. And then from there we all moved together. So over there, class like groups were very tight. We were really close with each other because
Yep.
we spent years. I mean, a lot of people in that group were with me from elementary school,
Yeah.
and we were together pretty much our entire middle school,
Mm-hmm.
like the whole group, the whole same people. So that made us really tight with each other. And I remember that one of the funny thing was that when we went into seventh grade, so again, remember, I'm starting a new school, new class, new system, a very tough school, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, the 2012 movie came out. So I thought the world was going to end in December. So, yeah, it was a fun year, bro.
Oh man, that's funny.
We thought the world was going to end. And it was pretty good. That's when I think I start developing into the kind of mentality and person that I am today. I start being my nerd side basically and gamer side start coming out.
All right.
Yeah, we had like a little we call it the plaza. It's like a big area where it was just like cement benches, if you're gonna call it.
Yeah.
And you could sit. Some people were like the rock people were in a corner playing guitars or whatever. You would have nerds like another corner or whatever
doing nerd stuff.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Weird things,
The
right?
mathematicians doing math.
Guys talking about the anime kids, back before it was cool, being anime stuff. And then I was in my own corner with my boys. We used to play on the Nintendo, Mario Kart, Mario Party, all that kind of stuff. We just gamers, just playing video games.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, I kind of belong to every single group basically because I was cool with almost everybody. But we did play a lot. We did not have as many fights that you talking about. Like my entire career, we have 2 or 3 fights in that school. It was a lot.
Nah.
What we did had was I got injured there. That was the
I wonder
career.
why.
Dude, it's fun.
I wonder why.
I got injured multiple times in that school. Like I feel like I had a bad luck in that school. Like I cracked my skull. I broke a finger. I
You
messed
did break
up.
a finger?
That's what everything happened. That was the time of my life I told you that I got injured multiple times. It was in this school.
Every time you got hurt in your life, you were safe up until like
Yeah, I got in that school.
that school right there.
But it was fun. We had a lot of good times. Very tight class. That's when the whole boyfriend and girlfriend thing started happening.
Okay.
So there was a lot of
date here.
a lot of guys dating and all that. I was not part of.
You
any
didn't
of that
date
stuff.
anybody?
No, like I like a few people. They look, I guess, good for
You had a
my
little
standards.
crush, yeah.
But at the same time, I was too involved into school gaming and like anime or whatever other thing I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I wasn't attracted to girls. Like I don't know, I
Don't
wasn't
say
like.
attracted to girls.
Well,
Just say that you weren't interested.
Okay.
You weren't
I was
interested
attracted
in
to
a
girls. I was not
relationship.
interested because it was so much drama and so much like. I don't know. I'm a very simple kind of person.
Yeah.
I'm complicated but simple. If that makes any
Look,
sense.
trust me. Everybody in middle school had their little boyfriend, their little girlfriend. I'm over here like I'm
Yeah, I'm
good.
like I don't want to deal with
I'm
that.
like
I'm good.
I'm good. I'm gonna stay over
Exactly.
here.
So and then when I got to my graduation for 9th grade, which was pretty fun. Everybody cried, and in between that on 8th grade, half of 8th grade I was living in one house, and throughout the other half I moved to a different house. So that will also change
Yeah.
my experience because I had to be drop off and pick up from school because I moved several miles away.
Yeah.
So that changed the experience. But aside from that, I think it was pretty good. I think middle school will always have a special place in my heart because of how much fun I think I had. And I think that's when my personality came. So I became like close, not the person I am today because I've grown a lot since then, but
Mhm.
I started those early stages of developing my personality and the person that I wanted to be and the person that I kind of am today. So I love that because it's when the show off, the let's do this, the let me try everything I can
Mhm.
try person was born. And since then, I think I always kind of have that in me. So I kind of really enjoy middle school, aside from being the most popular kid. But that would be for another episode.
That's
How did
funny
I
'cause
land
I
it
feel
then?
like I started mine
Yeah.
later.
Okay.
From like a high school, early.
So
high school.
bring us to high school.
No man.
Oh, yeah.
High school.
Yeah.
So, freshman year.
Yeah.
High school is good.
Okay.
I enjoyed high school. I feel like we're all, bunch of grown ups. Of
Mhm.
course, there's a drama here and there because teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like for the most part, it was good. That's when you and I.
Yeah, that's when the stories intertwine, right?
Yeah.
No, that's fun.
That's when you and I met.
Yeah.
Very lovely, lovely era.
Oh,
Happened.
yeah. Amazing.
But yeah.
Nothing eventful.
It wasn't.
The only
eventful.
eventful thing
I
was me in your
boring.
in your high school
Bro,
career.
I was boring. I was like,
That's crazy.
I was so nonchalant. I'm like, I was chilling.
Dude.
Cause I wasn't one to go do all this crazy stuff that people were doing. People are over here sneaking out, going partying, doing all this, smoking weed, doing all this stuff, and I'm over here like,
Illegal drugs.
I'm like, my mama scarred me with that. I'm traumatized with that. I don't mess with the law or anything.
I also felt like you miss a lot of days of school for a regular
did.
student. You miss a lot of school, my dude.
Miss a lot.
Coming from someone that never missed a single day of school.
Bro, I skipped first period so much.
I know. You were always
It
late.
was not okay.
You were always late.
Yeah, late.
Yeah, sure. Jesus Christ.
It was bad.
Mm-hmm.
It was very bad.
Which landed you into finishing your school career differently.
Yeah, well, a little bit. I don't want to jump too much into that, but yeah.
That's okay.
I graduated a little bit late.
That's okay, but you did it. That's what matters.
I did it. I almost gave up
All
a
right,
lot
but you
of
didn't.
times,
But you didn't.
No, I had great teachers there
You pushed
who were
through.
very persistent, very,
Mhm.
will stay in my hearts for a long time.
There
I
you go.
appreciate them very much.
There you go.
Yeah.
That was fun. I have a whole
All
different.
right, let's. Oh man, come on, my little.
So I started high school here on 2015, and basically I started in 10th grade. So like I told you guys, in Puerto Rico, it was 7 to 9 middle school. I graduated middle school, if that's a thing, and I started high school here in 10th grade.
Yeah.
And it was completely different. I'm pretty sure a lot of people experiences this because I barely spoke English. I'm in a completely different
Didn't speak
country.
English at all.
For the first time in my life, I don't have to wear a uniform anymore.
Oh yeah, it's true.
I go back to having to take a bus, learning the times. You guys eat lunch way too early here, God. I'm coming from eating lunch at
What
12.
time was it?
Like 11:15, 11.
Yeah,
Like
11
that's
something.
crazy.
Yeah, that's our lunchtime.
Anyway, there were like 30 different things, right? For me, everything was new. So I'm trying to get used to everything. Aside from the fact that I got no friends. I don't know anybody.
Yeah.
So I'm having to meet a lot of people. So that's what I said. All that personality build up I did in middle school really shine.
Oh
in
yeah,
high school.
100%.
Because that's when I start connecting with everybody. I start talking with everybody. I always have an easy time talking to people and, being there. I'm not going to say I'm a nerd, but I'm a pretty good student. So I learned things very quickly. So I went from barely speaking English to being very efficient at it in 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
So I was
really,
thinking-
you picked it up really fast.
I had to leave my ESOL class. And because if I would have stayed on ESOL, sorry, rewinding real quick. For me to finish high school at the time that everybody else was going to finish, I have to get out of ESOL. But to get out of ESOL, you got to take certain tests. ESOL, I don't know what it stands for right now, but it's basically any student that speaks a different language, they go to ESOL classes to fortify their English. And then they can, once they're really good, you might take ESOL 1, 2, even 3 times a day, depending on your level. And then, you got what it stands for?
Stands for English for speakers of other languages.
There we go. So basically, you take that class or multiple classes, and they help you develop till you can do school by yourself. But if you take that, it usually pushes you back because you won't get enough credits to graduate on time. So I went from having 2 ESOL classes to none in 3 months. I took all the tests, everything I needed to take, boom, out of the classes, right? And I started, meeting more people, getting used to the food here, because where I come from, the food was homemade. The food, sorry. So when you went on lunch,
Oh man, that's food.
Yeah.
Oh man,
So we didn't
that's
got
some
like a-
grandma cooking,
Yeah,
bro.
we
That's
didn't
some
go like
homemade cooking.
some burgers or none of the stuff that you got here, right? It was somebody
Processed
made
food,
rice
or-
and beans,
rice and beans.
Yeah, and you would
fresh
eat it.
chicken.
and breakfast. It was like an oatmeal or any kind of breakfast thing that it was good. Honestly, it was always good, bro.
It's a
Like
good hearty meal. That's what it was. It was
Yeah.
a good solid meal.
that's what we
it
used to
was.
get over there compared to what you guys get here, which
A slice of
is
pizza.
very
there for lunch.
questionable, my boy. But yeah, so basically coming here, I had to get used to all that. My student number, we didn't got student numbers over there. So when I came here, that was really weird. having a student
I
number.
still remember mine.
I keep forgetting mine. I don't remember it. I have my
04086623.
Jesus Christ. I have my ID over there, but basically when I went, I remember funny story real quick. I went to get food one day, so I got a bunch of things. I go over there. The lady scanned my badge, and she said, "It's 3 something," and I was like, "Huh?" She's like, "It's this much," and I was like, "What is she talking about?" And apparently, I had applied for free food, free lunch, whatever thing.
Okay.
So I filled out some paperwork that
Yeah.
my dad never did, so I was supposed to pay for food. That I didn't know that's how it worked. So I just was like, "Oh, just leave it on my tab because you can leave things in your tab."
Yeah,
somehow.
you can.
So she left it there. So I own $3 for the longest because I didn't know. I had to pay
To
that
this
stuff.
day?
No. I pay it
Oh, I
up
was about to
obviously
say.
when people
You know
told
what's
me.
funny?
Yeah.
Now that I'm remembering that,
Hmm.
I had to pay. I was supposed to pay $50 for the laptop
Yeah.
because it kind of cracked
Oh,
a little
God.
bit, and they're like, "Oh, if you don't get it fixed, you're not gonna get your diploma if you graduate."
Oh.
Guess what?
What?
I'm still $50 richer, bro, and I got my diploma. So
Jesus. Yeah. So during that development, again, I learned a lot of things. How to get all the school things. I had to learn how to do that. Just getting into school here was difficult for me because coming from a different country, the Board of Education asking for a lot of paperwork and things. So
Yep.
that took us like a month. But yeah, once I was in school, getting the flow and all that I would say that first year, my 10th grade was a little bit rough. But after that, 11th grade, that's when I met you. I was rolling.
11?
Or 12.
No.
I think it was 11.
When did you get there? It was my freshman year, bro.
So I was.
Did you go?
What year was your freshman year?
You were in 11th grade because you were there for 2 years, right?
3 years. 10, 11,
So
and 12.
10th.
That's what I'm saying. I was in 11th grade when you got there.
Yeah.
Because you got there after I went through the whole thing. Yeah. So my biggest stories I remember was back being on the back of the bus. With all the Hispanic guys just talking and having fun.
Oh yeah.
Being told to lower my voice. That's been my story my whole life. Just lower your voice. I met you, which of course was great, but it was also like a roller coaster.
Oh man, that was.
I never dated anyone till I met you.
Me either, and still to this day.
Not for me.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so once I broke up.
I'm sorry. I broke your heart too bad.
It's fine. But so that happened. Then after we broke up, or you broke up with me, I ended up
Oh, that long
hanging out with a lot of girls.
Pause.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So that was a fun thing in my life. I was on a roll. I was in the orchestra for school.
He was a good kid.
My senior year, I was doing orchestra level 1. I was doing theater level 1.
Oh my god.
Because I could have chosen. So I got 2 paths. I could have been doing some college credits, or I could leave school early. Or the third choice that nobody picks but me, apparently, take level 1 classes, meaning freshman classes. So I just end up doing freshman classes because I know I want to enjoy my high school. And I'm going to tell you that high school is going to be a time of my life that I always going to remember. And it's going to be dear and near to my heart because I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed high school to the level that I wish I could do it again. Like, I wish I could go back in time and redo things. I would probably do exactly the same things I did.
Nice.
But because I have so much fun, and we can be here hours and tell you all the stories that I have, and hopefully we retouch this topic at one point. But I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed what I did. I do not regret not doing my college or anything because I feel like high school is an experience that you need to completely go through and enjoy it. I feel like it made me a little bit of the person that I am today.
Yeah, of course.
And it got a lot of things out of my system, like things that I wanted to try and things I wanted to do. I got to do it when I was in high school. Bought my first car when I was in high school. Got my first job when I was in high school. So many things happened to me.
Yeah.
That were so amazing and fun, and that I still remember to this day. So, yeah. So whatever you guys are on right now, want me to touch college real quick, or should I leave it for another episode?
You could touch it real quick.
All right. College was boring. I got nothing to say about college. I don't half of my
you
career.
didn't take a break, by the way.
Yeah. So yeah,
You did
I
not
didn't skip a
skip a
beat.
beat.
Right after high school, I went to college. I did have a road path at first because nobody in my family has been to college, so I didn't get much information. And then every time I ask for information, I feel like people always give you. Everyone has a different direction for college.
Yeah.
It's difficult to get somebody that gives you the hard. This is what you need.
Yeah.
So if you guys need help or advice, let me know. I'll try to help anybody that I can, because it's not that difficult to navigate, but people do make it kind of difficult to navigate. The first part of my college career, I was in campus, and the other half, it was right when COVID hit. So I finished my bachelor's degree in from home.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I don't have that many friends or people I met in high school. I mean, college. I have a lot of people that I met at the beginning, which are still people that I talk to sometimes, and then the rest were just people that were there in my online classes. But college was not as fun as you see it on the movies and all that.
No, I don't know about stressful, but you're
Yeah,
more
no,
lenient.
it was.
You're more. You
I
have
feel like
more
at first
room.
it was really rough for me. Like
Yeah.
it was tough,
Mm-hmm.
but it's because the since I work, because the experience changes
Yeah,
between what you're
that's
doing.
true.
People that have dorms, for example, that sleep and like
Yeah.
on in campus, I know that
Mm-hmm.
have a different experience than people that drive to campus, and also people like me who work
Full
and go to
time.
full time,
Full time.
go to school full time,
Yep.
and apparently I have to be alive on top of everything else, like eat, have friends, and all that. So all that was very chaotic. I think once I start doing online, things ease up to me and make more sense. It's doable, definitely. Is it hard? Yes, for sure.
Is it for everybody? No.
Yeah, like part of the
'Cause
reason I think
it's
this.
not like, for example, me. I cannot.
Nah, I don't think
That's
you will
I
have a good
can't
time
do
like that.
that.
You're doing your own
I'm doing
technical
my,
stuff.
Yeah, I tried to.
yeah.
Dude, I don't know.
So yeah,
I
and
did
even
it for 2 weeks.
yeah,
2 weeks.
and it
I
kicked your
did it.
ass
And it kicked
bad.
I felt. Look, I had such a realization, and I felt so bad because I'm like, wow,
Oh yeah,
like
dude.
that's really hard.
It's worse than what it
bro.
looks. Cause the thing is with me, I feel like I make a lot of things look easy. So
You
look
do.
at me.
So I'm over here like, oh, I could do that. That's like
Yeah,
pan comido. We say it's like
but no,
easy to
it's-
eat, bro. That's nothing. But I did it. I'm like, god damn.
Yeah, and
This
I don't
man
know.
is a superman.
If you think about it,
superhero.
part of the reason why this podcast was even born is because I don't have college anymore, and I did not
Yeah.
know what to do with my free time.
Instead of just playing video games.
Here we are doing a podcast. So yeah, guys. To sum up, school, the whole school thing is always gonna be a thing. I remember when I saw every August, whenever school starts, even though I'm not school no more, and I'm planning to go back for my master's degree. I don't know when. Maybe next year, maybe after. I'm not really sure.
No, we'll see.
But whenever I do it, I do feel like every year, I feel like during this time, I get anxious. This August, I didn't tell you, but I got anxious
Really?
because of my heart. It's been my whole life. This is the first time.
You don't.
I'm
go to
24 years
school.
old,
Yeah.
and this is the first time in like 20 plus years that an August passed by and I'm not going to school. So yeah, it's big, bro. I was anxious. I wanted to go and buy like a highlighter or something.
Oh my god.
Just to feel like I was part of I was part of the
I'm
group.
part of y'all guys.
Yeah. But yeah, is I know everybody's point of view is gonna be different. If you have kids, obviously you're gonna look at things differently than we are. We're talking from a point of view of
the
people
actual
who went
child.
to school.
Yeah, the kids who actually went to school.
Exactly. So it's an experience. I hope everybody have fun if you're watching this podcast and you're currently going to middle, but hopefully nobody from middle school is watching us.
Hopefully not.
High school,
college,
college, and even if you don't go to school, just know that like everything is like you said, things are not for everybody. I do recommend trying to get some kind of education.
Yeah,
It doesn't have to be college or school, but at least educate yourself enough to be able to understand the things around you, like politics, economics, and all that stuff. I think it's very important. If you do want to go to college and all that, also I think it's great. I think I learned a lot from going to school and all that. I think I'm missing things that I wish they would have, teach me, but I'm just teaching myself. So at the end of the day, I feel like it's a balance that you gotta create, and yeah, school is definitely very important, mostly nowadays. And I know there's things that students are being taught in school that are not good or are pointless. But I always tell people, try to find the good things. Even if you're learning, let's say, even if you start a job today and you're being trained by someone that doesn't seem like it's a good trainer, try to learn the good things that they have. So the same thing with school. The whole time I thought you always focus on learning what I wanted to learn and what I thought was important for my career. So yeah, I think this is it for today, guys. Very different episode.
Very different.
Episode 3 is already
very personal.
Yeah.
I liked it though. I like it. I want to get more personal.
You like personal things. I
podcast.
do, but I also like to.
personal stuff. I like getting
The
like
whole
you know
thing.
like let's hear stories.
Of course.
I know I've heard it, but I have a
wonder.
great memory, so let's hear
Yeah,
it again.
guys. So thank you so much for watching. Again, like, subscribe, set notification. Thunder
Thunder's-
started the video over there.
Yeah,
Then he moved over there, and now he's right here in front. You guys don't
my
see him,
poor
but
baby.
he just laying on the floor, sleeping. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. Leave us your comment. How was the school for you? Tell us how was your school,
tell us your
elementary,
experience. Did
middle,
you like it?
yeah,
Did you
high
hate
school.
it?
That you went to college. Why didn't you go?
Were you the nerd?
Yeah, were you the
What were you? What were
fun
you doing?
kid? Oh yeah, 'cause I was like the nerd, the funny guy.
I feel like you got
The
along
rule
with
breaker.
everybody.
Dude,
and
I
it's
could
easy
do
to
whatever.
Get, like,
I could do whatever in school. I used to walk out of classrooms because I wanted to, and I wouldn't get like referrals or anything like that.
I mean, that's because the teachers liked you, bro.
Yeah, and I wasn't a teacher pet. Let me fix that. Making sure I was not the teacher
nah.
pet, bro.
Nah.
He was just. I was so like my grades
It
were
was
always
just a
good.
coincidence.
No, my grade was
That's
good.
true.
So they
Your
didn't.
grades were good.
Exactly,
So it's like,
so-
whatever.
They didn't care much, but yeah, guys, thank you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, whatever point you're watching this episode. I hope you're having fun, and please remember to stay safe. This was JC Talks episode 3. Let's go. There's thunder.